All right, what's up, folks? Welcome to Foreign and Domestic. It is good to be here. Good to see everyone out there in the side chat that is rocking and rolling already. With that being said, I'm going to throw it over to Jason Stewart. Sir, if you would get us started off right.
Oh, my pleasure. My fellow Americans, would you rise and remove your hats as we go through the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Amen.
Awesome. Very, very nice, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Alan, what's going on, brother?
Oh, I just feel like I'm about half dead, man. I've just one hell of a week, one busy weekend, but yet still here we are on the foreign and domestic, and we've got some people out in the side chat. The G23, Georgia Trapping and Fishing, MCK, Rich White, Scott Swift, Tactical Fun, the Walk with Al. Good to see you. Good to see you. There's no indicator that the YouTube auditor is out there, but if they're listening, you can suck it.
Very well said. Very well said. So Jason Stewart, what's been going on, man? I haven't talked to you in a while.
Oh, yeah, man, it's good to see you guys and hang out, man. I've been MIA off YouTube for a couple weeks. Uh, just a heavy dose of work, man. But I'm enjoying myself. We were talking earlier, got a new pistol, so I can't complain. Just been MIA a little bit, man. A little tired, but catching back up, man. I was excited about hanging out with you guys tonight.
Awesome, man. I hear you got a slight problem though. You ran out of 45.
Yeah, I'm not completely empty, but I don't have enough to go make a day of it.
Yeah, that could be an issue. So
Yeah,
that's a new pistol to you, right?
a new one, yes, new to the collection. Yeah, it's I usually buy the Colts when I want a 45. Uh, I like this one, man. I got ones exactly like it. It's got blue grips, so now I got one blue grips and black grips, and I can tell them apart a little bit. I'm kind of into the twins.
Yeah, Rich, it was a 1911. Kingpin, what's going on, buddy?
You know it. Good to see everybody. Thanks for having me. Happy every second matters.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Alan, you've been working your butt off too.
Nothing but, man, nothing but. This week was the annual count the entire facility inventory week, and what an absolute shit show. But we survived through it, and hopefully, without if the HR department decides that my yelling, screaming, and cussing at people was warranted. Yeah, it's just been one hell of a week for me. But then I I spent the majority of the today falling down another rabbit hole of my side trips. Back in the day, I used to detail vehicles, and so I've been researching a little bit on the newer techniques and technology and different products and so forth. And so that's kind of been occupying the 1.5 hour day, 1.5 hour off time that I've had on a daily basis.
So you're looking to upgrade a little bit, or what are you looking to do?
Well, just kind of relearn a little bit of some of the things that I've lost touch with. I've been out of doing detail work for quite a while, so just and actually utilize things for multi-purpose. Um, so I've been turned on to a lot of like hydrophobic materials. So a lot of what they're using in the automotive industry to protect automotive things. Uh, I'm kind of thinking I might be able to utilize some of these things also in firearms for winter use. So one of the big things right now is coating your vehicle in either ceramics or graphenes. Um, the graphene has started really taking a hold and being on top of it. Well, both of those materials, once they set up, become very, very hydrophobic. They just wick water away. It's so I'm kind of wondering if I can apply this same material to firearms and be able to use some of that for being able to shoot out in the wet and have a lot less I, scares of things rusting up.
I don't know how humidity is out your way, but it's pretty bad out this way, and that's a huge problem for me out here. Uh, Not so much with my guns per se, but with my reloading dies, that they get hit hard because they're all set out on the turrets and everything all ready to go. They're all set up and everything else, so it's a huge pain to try and control that out here.
Well, yeah, another thing that I've kind of contemplated is they have a lot of like scratch resistance abilities to them. I don't think they would end up holding up too much in the way for protecting um, protecting the innards of a die, but they very well might help protect the exteriors of dies really well. Um, when you've got whole tool heads assembled and they're just sitting on stands on your workbench or whatnot.
There's 101 out there. Glock turrets now have a carbine.
Does it take Glock bags?
Excellent question. That's an excellent question.
Well,
I bet it takes both
that
bags.
and can you still run it through a scanner at an airport and have it just be a bunch of plastic?
So would a Glock actually finally put the carbine out?
That's what it's sounding like. Pops is out there. Pops, I hope you're doing all right, buddy. How's it going out that way?
Did they make it in 10 millimeter?
It would have been smart if they did. Let me try and see if I can look it up.
Smart if they did, considering that's the only caliber anyone ever was asking for. I bet you they made it in 22 or something stupid. Not that
It
there's
wouldn't,
22 is stupid, but everybody wants the 10.
it wouldn't surprise me. Let me see. I hate that I'm even doing this, but I'm looking up a Glock. Oh, God.
Careful, man.
What the
Don't do
hell's
it too
going
long
on?
and get an eye infection.
You might have to reset the parental controls for that disgusting stuff that's about to pop up on your screen.
Oh, man. God.
Yeah, now you're going to get all kinds of advertisements and things.
Probably.
And to me, I mean, a Glock is a Glock is a Glock, but when you go ahead and add a fun stick, a barrel, and and a stock, then I guess they call it a carbine. Is that what this is, based on what?
I'm not seeing anything on their site. I had to get off of there.
I do just want to make it quite clear that Rich 1911 produced the very first functioning Glock carbine. There's video on his channel proving.
Yeah, and did it look anything like this? I didn't happen to see that video.
No, of course not. Definitely
Just-
didn't look like he just put a big barrel on the end of it.
That looks like Rich's gun. Rich 1911 or whatever he's calling himself these days.
Yeah.
That looks like a Glock on a selfie stick.
I'll go get the link to the video.
What's up, Fuzzy? Yeah, I went on Glock's website. It wasn't there. I didn't see nothing. I think 101 just wanted me to go on their website. Caused me problems. Now I'm going to have all kinds of crap in my email. Even though I signed up for nothing. What's up, Bald?
Nothing. Same old, same old. Good evening, gentlemen. How are you? You guys had no chat last week?
No, I had to go into work early last week.
Yeah, I was driving from South Carolina. I was looking for some entertainment.
Yeah, I had to work early last week. We had to go and do a changeover and all that stuff. So it took a little bit. Of course, they don't tell me until the day before.
Hey, check this out. So I had a crown down on one of my teeth, right? And basically, they stick this thing in your mouth, and they 3D scan the side of your mouth and teeth. That's how they build the crown. And so when I came for the crown, he gave me this. I guess you can tell where the crown went. That's pretty crazy. So now basically he's got half of my grill in a computer stored. So whenever there's something, he can just and print a new crap. Pretty wild. Now we gotta worry not losing your personal data. Now they can steal your teeth data. We got any topics for tonight?
I got a message about what that actually is here. Let me see if I can find it now.
I see you got a lot of topics for tonight.
Yeah. And we're all just beat, man. We've all been working our butts off.
Yeah, I don't work on Sundays. Well, here's the topic I have for you. Dutchess County, New York. We have two candidates for that are running for the sheriff. Okay, one of them is Kirk Imperati. He was actually under sheriff before the other sheriff passed away, and the other one is Jillian Hanlon, or whatever the fuck his name is. It's the first transgender person running for the fucking sheriff's office. I don't know
Wow.
if I should be proud of New York or disgusted. You know, I'll go with the second one.
Well, it is New York, so probably disgusted.
Yeah, but you know what? That crap's gonna trickle down to the rest of the country. That's the problem.
It's already all over the military.
Oh yeah, well, but now
That's
we're
the sad
talking.
part.
Yeah, but we're talking about elected official. So, and here's the problem: Dutchess County has about 18,000 more the registered Democratic voters than the Republicans. So, if they really decide, and this county was historically Republican, but over the years, more and more idiots are moving from the city and Westchester County. They're moving up this way because the taxes are cheaper. And guess what's happening? They're turning into freaking shithole they came from. The taxes are going up, and we got more and more bullshit to deal with.
It's always something. So with all your work, Alan, have you been able to do any loading or anything, or any 10 millimeter coming your way?
No, I haven't been able to get out. And in all actuality, one of my frequent stores, actually, I just checked their site and they've got limited supply of my next one in. But I haven't even been able to get out and look. I had actually been rolling a little bit of brass though, just because I've just come home and crank on the handle for a little while and forget about the 14, 15-hour day that I just worked. Yeah, that's been the only thing keeping me sane.
Yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you. Yeah, I got to try and load up some stuff this week. I haven't had a chance to do any. What about you, Ball? You did another competition, didn't you?
Yeah, I shot today. I had to work yesterday. I shot today. It was a quick competition, 5 stages. Was fun. And I've been on loading streak. I was loading shotgun quite a bit. I came from Microtech 3 gun last Sunday, and on the way home, I may or may not buy another shotgun for the 3 gun, and that thing is just fun. So I had a bunch of stuff. I had a bunch of shells. I had a component, so I went ahead. I reloaded like 200 rounds, so I can have some fun before the winter's here. I mean, this month pretty much it. After this month, I mean, maybe a couple of the clubs might have a event in November, beginning of November, but other than that, they'll be it till next probably April, May.
So what'd you buy?
VR80,
Okay.
but bought it from another 3 gunner, so this one is already heavily modified for a competition. And I really, really, really enjoyed. I don't know why. It just puts a big smile on my face, especially since I was down in South Carolina. I was able to use those big ass sticks. I mean, they're funny looking. They hold 19 rounds. I mean, they're literally, I can't fit on the screen.
How much did they weigh? Because I know those suckers are pretty good size.
It wasn't that bad. The ones I used, I had like a hook, so I hooked it on my belt. But normally with a mag this size, you don't have to reload, or at the most you need one reload. So it's not like you gotta have a bunch of them on you. Plus, I had we shot Pro AM. Rick is just discovered he was my pro, So I usually hang one on my belt, and I gave him 2 to carry. So if I needed one, he just hand me a gun, hand me an extra magazine. Yeah, if you guys ever get a chance to go down to a Clinton house, that place is awesome. I got to shoot a mile again, and again I missed. But this time they only gave us 2 shots. So, hell, I guess it's always next year.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting out there sometime.
It was. I mean, the whole match was absolutely worth the trip. You know, I got to see Rick's new ladies mobile. You know, his tactical van. That thing is a lot smaller than it looks in the videos.
Yeah, what he ended up getting the Mercedes, didn't he?
Yeah. I mean, it's for what he wants. It's perfect. You know, but it's tiny. But it was nice because we got to the stage to shoot at 7 o'clock in the morning, and he was already there because we parked the van the night before, and he slept there.
Oh, there's another New Yorker.
Oh, there's a BMW hater.
Well, you got to get at least a real New Yorker in here, not this mob guy.
What's going on, buddy?
Not much. What's happening, fellas?
Hey, my wife was over at your neck of the woods yesterday. She went to see my goddaughter, and she texted me at 6 o'clock. Actually, called me at 6 o'clock. She's like, "I'm not coming home tonight." I'm like, "Why?" I'm going to sorority party. I'm like, "That's something I should go to, not you."
We had a party we're going to attend right here and right now because Rob is going to flip on his computer or his camera, and he's going to eat that potato chip in front of all of us.
He's probably
I'm
eating
just
salad.
shocked his wife told him about the party. But anyway,
Hey, you got to do it now though, because it's what, an hour? So yeah, you'd have to do it now.
I think the chip thing is for the challenge, so I'll eat it. But supposed to be a challenge amongst I don't know, patriots out there, but we'll see how many actually show up. If they don't, I don't know. I have to get a challenge with some other people or something. So
How much?
I was kind of amazed that you were having trouble locating them. They've got them in like every single liquor store, every single convenience store in my area. I was about ready to just go swoop a couple up and send them your way.
What the hell are we talking about?
thanks, but the one chip challenge chips, you should get in on this, Bald. You're a badass.
I had to miss that. I got to go back to the channel and watch it.
Yeah, but all the locals around here, because I looked it up on the website, and they said, gave a list of stores you can go check it out at, and nobody had anything. So drove around one night looking, and then the next day I called around and I got lucky and found one. So.
And how much did this one chip cost you?
It was on sale for like $8.
On sale for $8.
Yeah. It was 10 something, and I think they're like $16 online or something, but they're nasty. I've done it before, so.
And how much you spend in gas looking for it? $30?
No, I took the car, so probably like $3 or something. I don't know, probably not even, but
he makes his own. He makes stands and stuff. He's making money. He's good. Sell a pistol stand, pay for the chip. He's good.
you guys should get in on this, man. Try to get Kingpin in on it, but
I'm not spending $8 on a frickin' chip.
Oh my! You like what's around a 44 Magnum cost? Like $8? You got that?
don't cost me squat. I love my own.
There is no way in Sam's hell you would ever get me to eat one of them things, because that $8 chip would be like an $8,000 hospital bill.
What's so special about that chip?
Oh man, nothing, man. You just got to get one and try it. We'll eat it live. Stay on like as long as you can.
Eat it live, stay as long as it can. All right. I gotta look.
You can't drink nothing for like an hour though.
You got video or something on it, so I can.
If you look at the videos, you're not gonna want to do it.
No,
Exactly, Gary. Exactly.
I'm asking if you got a video on it, so I know what kind of chip it is.
It's the one chip challenge. That's all you got to look up.
Oh my God, why you gotta be so difficult?
My friend doesn't even know about the whole internet thing, and he came in my room the other day and handed me one of those things. I told him I wasn't gonna do it, and he's super sensitive. I was like, "Look, man, don't open that. You don't want to open that and see what it looks like or see what it smells like, because just leave it in the box."
Yeah, but basically, Bald. I didn't know anything about this until here recently too. But basically, it's a super hot chip that you're supposed to eat and drink nothing for an hour and see if you can survive.
How the hell I'm gonna stay alive for an hour? Who the hell's gonna be watching me for an hour?
Well, hell, they watch us for 2.
Yeah, but at least there's 6 of us.
No, dude, the reason that we're gonna watch you for an hour is because you're gonna be screaming and crying and jumping up and down and banging your head against the wall and pouring milk in your mouth and then flour in your mouth, and then somebody in the chat's gonna say, "No, no, no, you got to use fish tank water," and you're gonna stick your head in the fish tank.
Oh, it'd be good entertainment, man.
Yeah, my head's not gonna fit in a fish tank.
Well, it's different for everybody. Yeah, it might not be that bad for you. So, but come on, it would be entertaining to see. Like nobody does it live. I've already looked around and this and that trying to find something. The longest video you see is like 20 minutes, and it's a guy passed out on the floor in the bathroom. So, you know.
Well, you've got an hour and a half left of this show right here, dude.
That's what I'm saying. But I'm the only guy with a chip right now. I ain't a sucker, but you know.
Well, you are a sucker. You spent
gotta get some more in
there. Chip.
So where do you buy the chip?
I found mine at Travel Centers of America, but supposedly, what was it? Safeway has them, Walgreens, although they didn't have them in my area.
Oh, fuck that! Amazon has it, $8.99.
Yeah, Amazon.
Paquis. Oh, Carolina Reaper pepper and stinging scorpion pepper. Yeah, I'm reading up on it, and I don't think I want to do that.
Nah, he's fake.
It's fake?
Yeah.
Oh.
Don't let the accent fool you.
Hey, so if I last for an hour, would I win?
Well, I'm trying.
Whoever drinks last. Whoever can last the longest wins.
Whoever can last the longest. DM Foss might be working on something. We're trying to talk him into like a title belt or some LED trophy chip or something. And he seems open to the idea. He's talking about it. So I assume it would be coming up in a week or two because of scheduling. Initially, it was going to be G23s unless he's dropping out. I don't know what the deal is. So, but like I said, or we could just, do one there, do one here, whatever, man.
Well, it says it's over 2 million Scoville heat units, whatever the hell that means.
Yeah, and like Tabasco's like 5 million. It's no big deal, man.
Really?
No.
You know I don't trust the word that comes out of your mouth, even if you say good morning.
A Scoville unit.
New York.
A Scoville unit is a made up word that they had to figure out. Like they had to come up with a way to explain how much agony and hatred you're going to have for yourself. So they started calling these things Scoville units, which is supposedly how many ounces of like water will cure the certain degrees of heat that you feel. It's
There you
insane.
go. We should do it on next weekend's chat, and we'll have New York Outcast, Bald, the Snob,
No, fuck you. I'm not getting suckered into another stupid ass
the,
challenge.
the gun snobs out there.
And by the way, New York Outcast, Tabasco's like 30,000, 30 to 50,000. Habanero extra hard is 100 to 300,000.
I was hoping you wouldn't figure that out until afterward.
Yeah,
Rob versus Allen. I don't think Allen's up for spending $8 on a chip, dude. Well known.
Not only that, but I would guarantee I would lose just by opening the package.
well, that's something interesting.
The biggest problem that most people have is, well, their ego, and they think that they're tough, and they're really not. But you grab that chip with your bare hand, you stub it in your mouth, and when you start hacking, you start wiping your face, and now you've just wiped all that right into your eyes.
Yep.
And it makes it even worse. And you've wiped it on your nose and on your skin, and it gets worse and worse and worse.
I'm pretty sure they include a glove. I don't remember because I did it like 2 years ago. The red box. I guess last year's was yellow, and this year is black and blue and red or something. But I'm pretty sure it came with a glove. But yeah, I would recommend using a rubber glove. You know, don't touch it with your hands. Because you will try to wipe your eyes. Your eyes will water, you know, a little bit. Everybody's a little different, you know. If it's really bad, you know, snot will be coming out your nose. You might throw up, have diarrhea or something. So, but either way, it's great entertainment.
The point of the $8 chip, like I know it's expensive for one chip, but you're paying $8 for the punishment.
Yeah,
Really.
for the experience.
I think you guys have all lost your mind, man.
Well, blame G23. It came up on his show.
Christ, this is old fashioned 101, man. Would you jump off a bridge if somebody told you to do it?
Well, it's not a
Right.
Tide Pod or something. You know, you'll live through it. Most people do.
Yeah, most people live through it.
Yeah, it's not like drinking a bottle of whiskey in an hour.
I've jumped
Right.
off of a couple.
Like Shaq did this. There's a video of Shaq doing this on TV. News reporters have done it live. All types of stuff. Like, yeah, more people do it than you think. I mean, yeah, that it's not literally killing people.
Yeah, well, that's all right.
Usually,
You know, news reporting women, you know, they stick a lot of stuff in their mouth that I wouldn't.
No, there's been a lot dumber shit, you know, like the Tide Pod challenge.
Well, that's just it. Like the hot thing challenge, there's a whole bunch of restaurants that have shrimp or wings or French fries that they're super hot that you try to eat. And they even tell you on the package, you know, there's a whole bunch of medical stuff. If you got heart palpitations, you know, they don't want you to eat it. Where the Tide Pod thing is just a bunch of rejects that are poisoning themselves.
All right, Bud, I appreciate the offer, but I'm going to tell you right now, my stomach wouldn't handle it, and I know Alan probably wouldn't either, so we're out. Sorry, buddy.
No. I love hot, spicy food, but I want it to taste good. I'm not interested in that just straight burn.
I'm waiting for a New York Outcast to send me that chip, and we'll do it. We'll do it together live.
Dude, you can find one at the gas station tomorrow. They're everywhere.
damn, bro, you're the one with the Beamer. I'm driving in a Honda older than your kids. What are you talking about?
Well, that's how I can afford a Beamer.
Yeah, I couldn't do it, man. To tell you the truth, like, mild sauce sends me into heartburn and pain, man. I can't even handle anything hot. One of those super hot, like Alan said, I'd have a hospital bill. I'd have some kind of allergic reaction to it, man. Faces swell up till my throat was about as big as a straw. I'd be lucky to be alive. All from your $8 chip. And I'd probably do all that. Probably still wouldn't win.
There's a good one. Rob, let's get Night Strike in on it.
Yeah, Night Strike. I mean, I seen Daniel. He must be out there. I seen he threw his comment up. You know, there was that whole tan off he mysteriously disappeared from. I mean, this could be a chance at redemption. Yeah, it could also be branch versus branch. You know, I don't know how you want to look at it, but I'm sure I'll still kick his ass.
I didn't say it. I showed it, Daniel. That's different.
And here we go again.
There's got to be some Marines out there ready to step up.
There we go. Battle Bean. We could get Battle Bean.
Plus he's a Mexican on top of it, so he's used to that shit.
Yeah, you might be cheating. That might be cheating.
I mean, definitely sounds like a good idea for the video.
Yeah, you might be cheating. That might be cheating.
Oh, look at him. He shows up here already got the
Yeah. Well, it wouldn't be a decent charity thing. Something like that.
I don't show up very good with this laptop on actually how dark I am, but I do have a video that I was doing a review on. It nothing comes out but golden brown, man.
I got a news for you, Daniel. You don't come up very well on a video, period.
Yeah, well, you are an expert at it, so you would know. Oh, so you're trying to talk him into sending one of those, dude? You got money coming out your wazoo.
Me?
That's what I'm saying. Like, he's giving his kids a Beamer. Here's a Beamer for you. Here's a Beamer for you. You know, what the hell?
If he wasn't Russian, I'd swear he'd be Arab.
I'm broke. I got a $700,000 house I'm trying to sell. I got no showings. Everybody keeps telling me what a great market it is. Best market in 40 years.
You missed it. Interest rates.
In the 3 months, I had 2 showings. So
interest rates are going through the roof now. Now the people are seeing that and they're backing out.
Yeah, but the way I'm looking at it, people still need to live somewhere. So what? Now all of a sudden, because the interest rates went to 6%, you're not gonna buy a house? Hell, I bought my first house. It was like 10%. So when they drop, you refinance. The rates will go up. The rents will go up. Everything will go up.
You're spending too much. That's the problem, man. I'll tell you, I came across 3 range boxes the other day outside the store. Slapped coat of paint on them bitches, and I rented them for $1,200. Oh, peace.
So
come on, that was funny.
I didn't get it, so I guess it wasn't funny.
All right, Rob, I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. What'd you say?
I rented 3 stove boxes for $1,200 a piece.
Stove boxes.
The market was. I found them. You know what I mean? You're dropping all this damn money trying to find that person, that sucker, and not finding them. Yeah. Never mind. If you got to explain it, it wasn't good. I apologize.
Hey, Kingpin, it's not $1 million house. It's $700K, $699 to be precise.
Yeah.
It's close enough.
I don't know. And Fuzzy was asking if Scotsman had a chance of getting the deer this year. I don't know. You got to keep him awake. He keeps sleeping.
Hey, I sleep in the car. I don't sleep when I'm out there. I sleep behind the wheel.
I'm just going to have to sit with you.
You leave late for work, you're almost guaranteed to nail one on the way in.
So I tell you, you guys waste your. I know it's fun and exciting to go deer hunting, and I know when you get a deer down that barrel in them sights, it's all exciting, and you put so much work into it, and you've waited all year. But the easiest way to do it is just use your truck bumper, man. It's like a magnet. They just jump out. You don't have to get up early in the cold or spend any money or do nothing. Don't even have to have a license.
There's a sport that's even easier than that, Jason. Just ask old Allen. That's how he goes camel hunting.
It's true. Buys brand new Jeep and bam, go ahead, get the camel.
That's what happens when he was looking for that camel toe.
I was too busy looking at the camel toe, didn't realize that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna take my truck and hit one, man. I'm not planning on trying to do that.
You're going to hit one this fall or winter, guaranteed. You just jinx yourself.
That's okay. That's okay. My truck's insured.
Mine's insured too, but I don't want to hit the fucking thing.
I forget what kind of animal it was.
So much of the meat when you do it that way.
Friends of mine went to the drive-through African safari here. I forget what kind of animal it was, but it got its head completely up in the car, and they had to push it and fight it out. They broke his passenger door glass right out the car.
Nice.
Yeah, those videos. People are so stupid. They stick their hands out. They're like, "Oh, let me pet it." They jump out of the car and get eaten, and they want to sue the police. Those are great videos.
Yeah, I don't remember if it was a giraffe or a camel or what they said it was, but it got all, stubborn, got its face up in their window, and they were pushing on it and freaking out, and on the way out, it broke the window glass.
I've got an old car, and I still wouldn't want some of those animals all leaning up on my car like that. Yeah, how they in those videos, or they sit on the hood, they rip the mirror off. I mean, I don't know what these people are thinking.
So, Scottish American, who did you kick out when you put me in?
I didn't kick anyone out. Kingpin jumped off. Kingpin jumped off.
Oh.
Yeah. Kick Daniel off. Bring a Kingpin back.
Yeah, I got home late there. The wife and I, we were just cruising around on a side-by-side looking at deer.
How you been doing, man? I haven't talked to you in a while.
Loading bullets, shooting Henrys, working on my transitions for, target transitions, and just waiting for the corn to get picked off all these farms and stuff to go out there to do a little bit of antler shopping. I did find a camera system I might get for next year and put in.
Yeah.
It's one of those cutty back stuff, and you put the modem here at the house, and you can run up to 24 cameras on it. Just set them all the way around the place, pattern the deer. Crap, the one guy that works at the archery thing, he's been running those for 2 years, and his son has gotten booner bucks on opening day of bow season 2 years in a row now. He just got a 16 point, and it's got huge mass on it and everything.
Why can you buy your meat at a store like normal people?
Because I don't want all that hormones
you don't know
they
what
put in
you don't know
it.
what you're buying.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, they put so many drugs in these cattle and stuff now. It's awful.
It's only getting worse.
It's good for you.
It's only getting worse. Everything's designed to kill you.
Well, that's why you got to get used to it.
Oh, look here. I'm going to get another one banned.
Oh, disinformation, Val. The opinions of people on this panel are not necessarily of the people that host this chat. There, that might save you.
Yeah, whatever.
You guys notice, like with roast beef, it always looks like rainbow colored and stuff. I'm told that's like from the hormone shots. I don't know if that's real or not, but it always throws me off when you go to buy roast beef and it's all like rainbowy. I don't know.
That's okay. I was in the army. I had worse.
New York Outcast likes rainbow meat.
There's a surprise.
I just said the opposite of that. What's wrong with you? What is it, CNN?
You go in there and buy it, man. You're buying rainbow beef.
Well, Daniel, in his defense, he does wear those skinny jeans. So
There you go.
Yeah.
There's Snobby out there. Has a hormone free.
Yep. The gun cow. You go out there, raise your own. Don't get all those hormones and feed them the right feed. Then you ain't got to worry about it. Why you got to be the CZ hater there, Bald? Talk about they wear skinny jeans. Hello, Bald.
What? I was reading comments. I'm sorry. What?
We know better than that. You don't know how to read.
Yeah. Okay. I can read in 3 different languages, 4 different.
Cyrillic.
And there's an excellent statement there too. Deer tastes damn freaking good. So.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd say it was better than beef, but it's good.
No, it's
I mean, personally, I'd say elk's better than deer.
Well, that's a given. That's a given. Elk is freaking some fantastic meat.
I have heard that moose is better than elk. That's what I've been told. See, Bearded CB agrees with me.
Yep. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've heard that too.
Speaking of moose, they had a moose sighting in my area.
Really?
Yep.
That's shocking.
It was on the radio. She actually came from Connecticut. They saw her in Connecticut and somewhere here in Hudson Valley.
Oh, for real? I thought you just seen one of them Dodge trucks that looks like Bullwinkle.
Gotta be careful there, Daniel, when he comes back down to the house.
Yeah. Oh, I don't have to. My wife pack a gun.
Tracy will take care of him.
Yeah. Just shoot him.
Seen something in the news recently about bobcats being around this area, so which honestly isn't much of a surprise, but for the longest they said they weren't, they'd swear that they weren't here, but shoot, I seen one years and years back, so yeah, obviously they were, but now it's becoming more common, so I wonder if moose are migrating a little more or something like that now.
I seen a bobcat for the first time here this summer.
And cue the dad jokes.
Huh? Yeah.
So cue the dad jokes.
I seen a bobcat in my backyard. I'm looking out of the screen door, and I'm like, "What a beautiful big ass cat!" And I look closer, like, "Damn."
Yeah. When the paws are like the size of your hand, just leave that thing alone, man.
And we got a lot of bears lately. I mean, I haven't seen bears since I was in this country, and just this year, we had them in my backyard like 3 times, 4 times.
Pretty common around upstate too. So, 5 minutes out of the city, you might have one run across the road in front of you.
Yeah, here in Ohio, you're not allowed to shoot bobcats.
Oh, why would you want to shoot it?
We'd like to have some turkeys, and those bobcats are really hard on the deer population. We already got enough predators. Our coyotes here are the ones that are mixed with wolf. So our coyotes here are pretty daggone big.
Well, it's technically maybe illegal to shoot a bobcat, but it's more like it's illegal to tell somebody you shot a bobcat.
It kind of goes without saying.
A lot of pets get taken too, with those coy dogs, whatever you got in your area type deal. But yeah, it's also the thing around here where people's pets will get snatched up depending on where you live. So you got to keep an eye out.
Hey, Scotsman, bring 101's last comment up. It's story time with Scotsman.
He's full of it, man. I didn't almost burn down the freaking house. I was leaning over the frickin' cooker, painting above the cooker, and hit the gas. That's all.
Oh, so you almost blew up the house.
No, I didn't almost blow up anything, for fuck's sake.
I just realized I actually shot a deer. I didn't know that. A couple of years ago, I was going to work, and I guess somebody else before me hit the deer, and the thing had like a broken legs. So I was trying to get up, it couldn't. And next guy coming in the opposite direction was like, just hold it, I'll run over its head. I'm like, dude, come on, just help me drag it to the side of the road. I got my PPQ, I put it out of its misery. I kind of felt bad.
Oh, it was merciful. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't let it eat your conscience.
You know, Calico is a lot better than Bobcat.
Yeah, next time, Kingpin, I'll make sure I just let the whole place go up.
You guys notice those YouTube shorts?
They're getting fucking annoying as hell.
Yeah, actually I like them because it's kind of addicting. But my building channel, I put up this stupid video where I'm mounting a lock, and I got my fire alarm going in the background, beep beep, because the battery's dead. Jesus Christ, that video wound up getting like 46,000 views in like less than 24 hours.
Yeah, shorts are funny, man. Like the weirdest thing blows up, something you know, spend a minute on, you'll get like 5 views. It's strange, but
you
maybe
get a lot more views on the shorts. You get, I
yeah.
mean, any of my
Are you-
videos rarely have 1,000 views unless it's some super duper gun or something. And everything I put on shorts has a couple thousand right away.
Are you adding in tags and stuff to your shorts?
I'm kind of trying to figure this shit as I go.
Haven't. So maybe that's part of my problem. I don't know. But
Well, Daniel should put up the shorts. He's got a height for it.
A what?
He got a height for putting up shorts.
What you say? You go right directly after me, right after you missed the perfect opportunity of picking on Rick's little Mercedes camper van.
Rick's.
the
Yeah.
Sprint?
Well,
Is your 6 covered?
well, that van looks a lot bigger in the videos because Rick's kind of short. So when he does the video, it looks there's so much room.
I'm taller than Rick, so yeah, he's short.
When I walked in, I'm like, holy shit, this thing is tiny. But it's cool, you know.
Alan, you're getting mountain lion up there now?
I think he's phased out. You're muted.
No. I was unmuting. No, a little while ago, we actually had a mountain lion running around in the yard of my work. I was like, I seen it off in the distance, and I'm looking through the dock door, and I'm like, are you kidding me? Here? But yeah, we had one running around inside of our yard at my work.
Wow.
I wanted to go out and pet it, give it a name, bring it
What would you
home.
have called it?
Probably Fuzzy.
Fuzzy.
So, Ball, you going to Rod of Iron this weekend?
What's that?
You heading to the Rod of Iron Freedom Festival this weekend?
No. I don't do any of that stuff. I'm lazy. I go shoot matches, that's about it. I don't do festivals. Once in a year, me and my wife on her birthday we go see rodeo, and this time we went. They had a Brett Young concert. Last year we went for Chris Jansen. That's about all I do as far as festivals and shit.
What do you got, warrants in PA?
What?
You got warrants in PA?
Do I have a warranty, PA? No.
Maybe consider checking it out. Bring the wife.
And
You know,
what is it? What's it called?
Rod of Iron Freedom Festival, Greeley,
What's-
PA. It's at the car firearms manufacturer warehouse or something. I don't know. There's a range. It's the largest open carry event in the United States. Blah 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 blah. I don't know. I don't know all the sales stuff, but it's free to go. They ask you register, but that's so it's free, and basically, it's more of like a liability waiver because there's a open range. You can go shoot automatics. I shot a Tommy gun there. All types of stuff. So
You just
obviously,
go.
training, features, events, sales. There's expos. I was a vendor last year. All training stuff with kids running around with BB guns. I mean, it's throwing axes. It's pretty cool.
What
You only
state's
go there
this in?
because it's free.
Well, I am a cheap bastard, but
I'll check it out. Hang on. What is it?
Rod of Iron
No.
Freedom Festival. You can look it up online. And they,
I am. I'm on their website. Oh,
Yeah.
Greeley, PA. Okay.
I've been trying to make like a yearly thing. It's not too far. That's what I figured. Same for you. It's not too far. You can drive up, drive back day, no problem. Things like that. So they do a hell of a fireworks display. I'll tell you that. Like,
Oh, it's less than 2 hours.
bonfire, all types of shit. Like, trying to think of who, throw some names up. I don't know. The DC Project Girls, Riding Shotgun with Charlie. Let's see, Steve Bannon. I met him there. There's like all types of people show up for speaking. So that Samantha Schofield, I think she's one of the DC Project Girls. There's all types of people that go there. So you're bound to bump into somebody.
You know what? Let me talk to my wife. Maybe we will go there Saturday. I mean, I got a coaching game on Saturday.
They do like a ladies' fashion show, all that type of stuff, like concealed carry stuff. Like there's all types of different events and things. Like you could kind of book a schedule around it, but so there is some religious speaking and stuff. Related to the people that put the event on, the Moons, I believe. So there's a lot of controversy with that. I can state nobody's pressured me for nothing. It's not like you're going to some Jehovah's Witness event or something. It's not like that at all. So, don't think you're part of a cult or something crazy, because it's not like that. So not the event.
He's already a part of a cult, just like you are. Crazy gun guys.
You know what? I may just go. It looks.
I'm going. So I tell everybody every year, trying to get more people to go. So some people have showed up over the last couple of years, but there's a lot of stuff going on these couple of weekends, it seems. So, and everybody can't make everything. We got some videos on it, actually, if you want. If something, doesn't show the whole thing, but it shows a little bit.
Well, tell you what, I'm gonna put my phone number in a private chat. So save my number, shoot me a text, so I got yours, and I'll see. I don't see a reason why. Oh shit, I can't go. I got open house on Saturday. God damn it. No, I got open house Saturday. I gotta be at the house.
It's Sunday too, but Saturday's usually better. There's like Friday, which is mostly speakers and all that type of stuff. Saturday, like the range is open, everything's open. Sunday too, but most people, Saturday tends to be the biggest day. But Sunday still, we usually go both days. So I don't know if we will, but like if you were going Sunday, then I could try to work that out.
Yeah, I definitely can't go Saturday. I just realized I scheduled the open house for the new house. I gotta be there. I gotta be there. So it's either gonna be Friday or Sunday.
Well, everybody just popped off.
Orange Lions out there just had a 38 explode in his wife's hands. That's not good. Hopefully she's all right.
Nah, definitely not. But what's a lavender lady?
It's crazy, man. Hope she's all right.
Was that reloads or what were you shooting, Orange? We got Modern Mountain out there, man, out there. Good to see you, brother.
Wasn't a couple weeks ago Orange was talking about he blew up another gun before? Was that him?
I'm not sure.
was
Alan, we're about halfway through, man. You want to run through the chat?
Oh yeah, absolutely. That is if YouTube will allow me, give me the ability to do so, being how we're so constrained on what we can and can't do here on this platform. Tim S just said that he was getting ready to kick rocks. Ron Wayne, Orange 9, Modern Mountain Man, great to see you. Kingpin here, and Jason Stewart here in the room. Abigail, good to see Abigail out there. Bearded CB, Fuzz Fork 8, always good to have Fuzzy. Yeah, just trying to bounce through the list here to see who else is out there. Laura Scums was with us for a while, and Rich White probably bounced out to do his show. I don't know yet. Walter Banning. Yep, lots of good people out there.
Yeah, I guess you got a brand new Colt Defender and a Hollow Point squib load.
So how's the lady, man?
New Colt Defender, and it was a squib that just didn't hear it. Damn.
That kind of sucks. But I mean, I'm assuming that's a revolver, right? So 38 special. It really blew up the freaking gun. Holy crap!
Yeah, hopefully she's good.
Yeah, she's on the way to the ER, so hopefully she's all right.
Yeah, we last month shot a match with my the Bull Armory SAS2, and was kind of prepping for the 3-gun. And one of the guys wanted to try it, and we had to wait for the squad on the next stage anyway, so we had some time to kill. I was like, "Yeah, go ahead," So I handed the mag, the gun, the arrow was there. He loads the gun, pulls the slide, pulls the trigger. The first shot, boom, squib. I'm like, "Holy crap! This is my competition ammo. Usually that I'm a lot more careful with that." So we got the squib out. I handed the mag. He finishes the mag. And now I'm hesitant shooting the rest of the match with the ammo I got on me. I was like, "What the hell?" But thankfully, that was the only one.
Wouldn't that affect your speed, being hesitant on having squibs?
Oh, if it happens on during the actual competition, you fuck, you're done.
Oh yeah. But I mean, when you're trying to double tap a target, are you given a fraction of a second to say, okay, it did hit, boom, or are you just popping them? You know what I mean? Because if it seems like
it depends.
That would screw with your head, man. That's what it seems like to me.
It depends on a stage or whatnot. I mean, I had it in the back of my head, but I kind of said the hell with it. But it happened. It happened before. It happened in the matches where I caught it and yelled stop. On the local matches they let you slide it. I've seen where RO stopped the guy because it sounded like a squib and they were not sure, so better safe than sorry.
Yep, always better safe than sorry. They'll let you reshoot and all the rest of it. So
a local match they might, But generally, bigger matches, you're not reshooting, and if you get 2 squibs in the match, you're gone. That's a DQ. That's unsafe ammunition. So I haven't had a squib in a long time, and really on 650, I really gotta be, tired or something. And usually when I'm loading ammo for the competition, I'm extra careful, so that one kind of got by me. And loading tight groups, so even if you wind up getting 2 grains of powder instead of 3, it'll be enough to send the bullet out of the barrel. So with the tight group to get squib, you really gotta have almost no powder in there, just a primer.
I'm not a reloader. I've never really had a squib. Yeah. But I have had a factory, ammunition that was not done right. Basically, there was no hole between the primer pocket and the powder, so the primer went off and it kind of wanted to just seize up in the gun. But the round never left the casing, you know what I mean? So it didn't enter the chamber, didn't try to go down the barrel or nothing. But so I can only imagine it's probably got to suck, man, coming across that. So I mean, if that's common being a reloader, that would worry me. Hopefully,
it's not just being a reloader. You'll see it all the time in factory ammo too. You got to remember when factory ammunition is being made, they're pretty much using all the kind of same things we're doing, just on a bigger scale. So, and a lot of their stuff's all automated, so there's more chance for error. Whereas what we're doing it ourselves, should be looking at every freaking case and making sure you got everything in there.
That's the key word. Should be. Like I generally don't. I watched the video, got my iPad set up. When I reload, when I put a bullet in, I generally glance in it. But with the tight group, you put in such a small amount of powder that sometimes bad shadow, and it can look like there's a powder in there, and it's not.
Yeah, I can only imagine a 22 squib, and that would be kind of funky. They're already pretty quiet as it is.
Scotsman, you remember when you were down here and I had that squib?
Mm-hmm.
That it made that hollow kind of sound when you shot it, or when I shot it, anyways.
Yep, I remember.
It's like, whoop, got to quit watching that other guy's videos. Every time he has one, I had one.
The squibs on a pistol are fairly easy because if you got a rod, you can rarely need anything else. You put a rod. I have a brass rod, and you don't even disassemble the gun. You just find a rock or something and you whack it a couple of times against it. It'll pop it out. If you get in a rifle, that's a bitch. Believe it or not, I wind up getting one in my 6Y Creedmoor, and that's, you gotta take the whole barrel out. You gotta drill out and hopefully it's not stuck like halfway. You gotta drill out back of the bullet to get the pressure out, and otherwise you'll never get it out.
Yeah, I haven't had one on a rifle. Well, we had it on the 44 mag on the rifle, but we got that out pretty easy. But yeah, I've only had the one squib.
I saw a video once where they had one of them high point carbine rifles, and it had 5 squibs stuck in the barrel of it.
I believe that. I've seen a cutout of the 357 revolver where they had 6 rounds, one after the other, in a barrel, and I guess they cut the barrel, so there was a picture of that. So yeah, I believe that.
It's crazy. Yeah, last time I was out in Iowa and we were out shooting, Robin had a squib. I was walking back to the back of the barn and I heard it and ran up and stopped her before she shot another one.
So I was worried about a squib with that UMC ammo. It was Remington UMC. I think it was like a yellow box or white and yellow, or I don't know. I can't remember what it was exactly. I know it was a UMC, but man, like every round felt different. You know, didn't even look right in the mag. I ended up standing rounds on a table and looking at them, and it looked like a damn graph chart. Like they just, up and down, up and down. I was like, God. So that was cheap stuff, but I purposely avoid that now because every round felt different, and that was kind of nerve wracking to fire.
Yeah, if you've never had one, you'll notice pretty quickly, or you should, if you got good hearing pro on and that, and you pay attention, you'll notice the difference.
I've been next to a guy that I believe did a double feed somehow with an AR, and it pretty much busted. Pieces blew all apart and whatnot. It was pretty ugly. He was in like, full battle rattle, I guess. Helmet, throat guard, safety glasses, ear pro, all the setup. So he was fairly covered, but he did have damage to his hands, a slight, lacerations to his face, things like that. And the guy ended up washing out because he just couldn't pull a trigger again.
Yeah. Yeah. I had one guy in the range years ago when I was doing the range, and he had an AR in there. I heard that squib out, and I had to run down and stop him. That's really a different sound on an AR, especially in a full range.
Well, Scotsman, that buck that's there on my icon,
Yeah.
he did get the breed before he got poached.
Okay.
Yep. Seen a 9 point, a 12 point, a 16 point. The 9 point was a 3.5-year-old, and he was, as far as the body size, was the biggest deer. And a 16 point was the smallest body, and he was only about 2.5 years old.
Wow. If he makes it, he'll be a good deer next year.
Well, he's going to have a rough time because Tracy just spent $500 at the fin. Made the mistake. Said, "Hey, honey, come on out here. Check this out."
Hey, speaking of breeding, Scotsman, you should know that. You know what a fuck came from?
Yeah, from your permit to get married.
Yeah. Fornication.
You must read the same shit my lady does.
No, it's a fornication under the consent of the king, and that's back. It was the same thing in Europe. You had to have a permission from your master, your owner, if you wanted to have kids.
Well, I heard the same thing today. What a coincidence. Hey, you hanging out with Ball? The hell?
Well, listen, if she does, at least she has a good taste in men.
You better set your woman straight there, buddy.
So that was a sorority party last night, huh? Huh? I don't know, man. I think something's going on here.
I was home 3 hours away, locking up chickens. Not choking chickens.
So you know they're both making excuses.
Wait a minute. So everybody's wife in New York goes to sorority parties?
I guess. Well, my wife said there was 2 other moms there, so.
Nah, we had our own party last night.
My invitation got lost.
I was gonna say, how many cougars do you have in New York?
Well, guys, I'm going to jump out for the night, man. It was great to hang out with y'all.
Good night,
I appreciate you coming on, brother.
Yeah, man. Thanks for the invite, man. Guys, all take care. Have a good show.
Good night.
Fortunately, I got to run too, guys.
You gotta go take care of the woman now. Put her in her place.
Yeah, I gotta go find out about this party and what this little bald Russian-speaking baby is from and all this shit. But
As long as baby's not white, I'm covered.
nah. Thanks for having me, guys. I'll catch you guys later.
Take it easy, bud.
And then there was for Allen.
What?
I just want to see if you could still talk, dude.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Still have the ability. It's just it's been one rough week for me. I'm not quite feeling 100%, I would say.
Now, when you pull 14-hour days, you get 6 hours of overtime.
I get overtime past 40 in the week.
Okay, so all right, so that's what I'm saying. You got whole week going 14 hours every day. That's a lot of overtime.
Yeah, and I've been pulling it now for well over a year, I think.
Well, more overtime means you pay more taxes. The more taxes you pay, all the college kids thank you for their $10,000 bonus.
Right. And the more taxes I pay, the more I can complain about the government too.
Yeah.
That's the only fringe benefit when it comes to that.
Oh. Hey, what's that governor of Florida's name? I can't remember it right now.
DeSantis.
My wife showed me this picture today of this T-shirt that's coming out. He's got this old Vietnam era, like Air America plane, but it says DeSantis Air. It made me laugh. I'm gonna have to get me a couple of them.
Well, Pelosi said you shouldn't be sending migrants our way because they need them to pick the crops down south.
I don't know. Maybe some of the other schools there will need a good soccer players too.
Well, tell you what, our soccer team got bigger again. And you know what? I don't blame the people jumping the border. Scotsman knows that as well. Right now for those people, there's virtually zero chance to come here legally. The immigration laws are broken 100%. I mean, it's not like you can go to even in UK just decide you want to move to America and they'll welcome you with open arms. It takes money, it takes lawyers, it takes forever. I know people that have been living here for 20 plus years, trying everything that there is, and they came here legally with the visas, and they overstay the visas, and they can't get the shit together. So the people from down south, they can jump the border. Why not?
I just want them vetted.
Oh no, 100%. No, I'm not saying that it's right. I'm just saying I'm not blaming them. I mean, 100%. I guarantee if they were to come up with some kind of guest workers program, some kind of thing where these people can come in for 6, 7 months, 8 months, whatever, work, pay taxes, and then they can't enter the country for a year. I guarantee 9 out of 10 would take that deal because they would make it even after taxes and all that. They would, in 8 months, they would make a lot more money than they make in a couple of years back home, especially the way they live and save. They save every cent there is. I mean, I had the guys working for me that paid $20,000-$30,000 to get into the country, and they literally borrowed the money from the drug dealers, and their family was a collateral. So they paid off that money within a year, 2 years max. I mean, they saved every freaking penny everywhere they could.
Yeah, they need to be vetted, but they also have the destination and the guy that's going to be putting them to work. So what job they're going to. I mean, that's the easiest way to settle that problem.
So I threw out a link out there. This guy, Senator Roger Marshall, he has a bill introduced, and we all need to support him and get a hold of your local senators and get them on board. But basically, it's not quite abolishing the NFA. It's everything but suppressors. So your SBRs, all that, everything, he's trying to work to get that off of the list.
It doesn't matter. Our unelected governor will find a way to ban him in New York anyway.
You know what, dude? You got to stop with the freaking negative shit.
No, I'm saying as far as our state is concerned. I mean, don't take me wrong. I would love for this shit to happen because sooner or later I'm getting the fuck out. I mean, I'm hoping this will be my last winter in New York. My wife still, for her, it still doesn't quite sink in, but I'm freaking moving next year, one way or the other. You know, I don't care if I give up the whole business and just go work for somebody. I've had it. I've had the bullshit. I've had it with the taxes. I had it with the laws, gun laws and bureaucracy. I can't, you know, as much as I like New York, it's a beautiful state. The city and the government just ruins the whole freaking state.
Right. Yeah. We got too many states like that right now.
Yeah, I don't even understand why suppressors were ever in the NFA anyway. That's not. They just lumped them in there for no reason at all. There was nothing to support why suppressors needed to even be involved with any of that. More or less, even still to the day, why they lump suppressors in just doesn't add up. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, and then like William said, we got a lot of 2A1s going on right now as far in the judicial system. So we just got to keep pushing, keep driving, and talking to these people that are willing to fight for us. So
I don't understand why they have the whole NFA system. I mean, I get it, full auto gangsters back on the beginning of the century, you know, after World War II, doing all crap, Tommy guns, blah blah blah. I get that, but what's the difference? What size barrel you got? What's the difference? What size stock you got? If it's a pistol grade or not, or it's still a freaking gun. You can still kill somebody no matter what. So.
Well, again,
and even that was
just to throw them on a list to try and get rid of them off the streets. That's all. To limit your ability to defend yourself.
the whole Tommy gun era. A bunch of that was like a shit ton of it was propaganda anyway.
Yep, that's what I was saying.
They were so utterly expensive that even the gangsters weren't buying them. It was major propaganda where they were saying, "Oh, well, the gangsters were the only ones that had enough money to buy them." What?
That's the only thing I got to say about all gun laws, right there.
Yep.
2 sentences, 1 paragraph.
Well, you know, you have to get with the time. I mean, the population changed since Constitution was written. I understand it's a living document. I understand everything evolves. You know, we do.
Whoa! You just said it's a living document.
Hang on, we do have a problem with a mental illness in the world in general. You know, so I'm not saying it's right, but at some point you gotta kind of draw a line somewhere.
No, we didn't have paperwork we had to fill out back in the early 80s. And when I was in high school, the gun racks had guns in them at school and nobody got shot.
Oh, I'm not saying you're wrong on that. I'm just saying a lot of change since 80s. Though we got a lot more people here. We got a lot more illegals. There's a lot more. Did you look at the freaking new NIC check form?
Okay.
They actually
illegals. They're legally not allowed to, you know. We had the same thing back in the early days, and you had cattle rustling going on between Mexico and Texas and going back and forth, and they just shot at each other. and killed each other. But that's, but breaking the law is breaking the law. You get shot. Why are you going to handcuff somebody who is totally legal in protecting their home, their rights, their family, and all these laws? The only people that are going to obey laws are not criminals. The criminals don't give a crap about them.
Oh,
so why put the limit on the people who are your law-abiding citizens?
You're preaching to a choir. I mean, but with all I'm saying is that the paper we do have is not right, because it doesn't really veto the guys that should not have a guns.
Well,
okay? The Nick check is a freaking joke. I went from getting delayed on every single gun purchase I made until I became a U.S. citizen. I don't think once I bought a gun without being not being delayed. And literally, I had a gun sitting at a gun store. I was waiting for my paperwork from the sheriff's office. In the meantime, I became a citizen. Within the 2 weeks of the time, I went, I filled in the NIC check form, I checked the citizen, then it was proceed automatically. Never once since I got delayed. So somebody riddle me that.
Well, I don't need to riddle you that. I can tell you exactly what that is, because they're checking your status. They have to check your status.
But what I'm saying is, all I did was check I'm a citizen. And all of a sudden, it all goes away. So all these years, I could have just checked I'm a citizen.
No, because they're going to check your status, and if your status is wrong, then no, and you're going to get in trouble for ticking it when you're not it.
Yeah, they just delay it because you're not a citizen, so that sends up the flag that they have to dig more.
I don't think the government's that efficient that literally within a week of me taking the citizenship.
It is, because the same thing happened to me, dude. As soon as I got my citizenship, I stopped getting delayed.
Yeah, it's just right here. It's on a computer. Boom, enter. It's everywhere. Nationwide. The same thing. If you got your concealed carry card for a state, it's all over that there. So it's all over the U.S.
I don't know about that, because it's not even all over the state over here, because we have New York has it based county to county, and you can actually opt out from being in a public records in my county. So I mean, it's different now because you have to certify with the state every 5 years and whatnot. So now the state has it as well. But even the cop, if the cop pulls you over, state trooper, he does not have an access to your concealed carry right away. Running your plates and your license, it doesn't pop up in his computer that you have a gun or whatever. He can make a call to whatever and ask, and they can check it right away. But he doesn't have it automatically. I had this conversation with a couple of state troopers already.
I had a young friend here that's from Ohio. He's got his carry conceal. Got pulled over in New York because here, I mean, it's right there. It comes up on your plates that you are carry conceal.
No, it's not in New York. It does
well,
not.
If you will have Ohio plates on and you're in New York.
No,
yes.
I mean, unless you guys have it in your system and he runs it through your system, then maybe. But in New York, with the New York plates, when he runs your plates, he doesn't know if you have a concealed carry permit or not. I had exactly the same conversation with a couple of state troopers not a month ago. So it's got to be something that you guys have in Illinois, and it somehow goes into their system, because I don't think he can just run your plates directly. He probably has to call dispatch, whatever, and they get in touch with the Ohio. I don't think New York state troopers have an access to a Ohio database.
I don't know if all states have it this way, but I know Ohio does. If you got your concealed carry, it's on it pops up that you are concealed carry on if the police run your tags.
It's about half the states have it. About half the states are that way where it's attached.
Yeah. You need to move out of New York. I just hate the state of New York, the way the laws are.
You know what?
It's
I wish this would have. I knew what I know 25 years ago. It would be a lot easier. I would just pick up and go. Now it's I got a whole life here. It's not that simple. When I moved him from Slovakia, it was me. So what? I had $400. I was 20 years old. 3 weeks out of the army. I mean, world was my oyster. So I didn't care. You know, I didn't need a whole lot. Now it's a little different. I wish it was as easy as just pick up and go. So I have to wait for my daughter to finish high school. Hopefully, once that's done, if all the chips fall in the right places, that's the plan. I really do not want to be shoveling the snow a year from now. But it's I'm doing the best I can right now with the houses and all that. I got to build myself out of the projects I'm in. If everything's gonna work out, then if it was meant to be, it was meant to be. Kind of in the God's hands. So
I want to know, is Jamie down there helping on the recovery effort? That seems like a pretty sudden trip to Panama City Beach. And that is on the West Coast, isn't it?
I know they got hit pretty hard out that way.
Yeah. Is on Florida. Duh. Tell him to get that beard hair out of his ears. Oh, the panhandle stayed dry? Okay. Huh. School just started up here recently, and Jamie's already on vacation. He's working in a very good school system.
Who goes on a vacation in October?
People that work in schools.
Lots of people do. Get out before the winter hits.
Holy shit, William. That's a lot of potatoes.
Wow. Starting price of 800 grand. Wow.
It's got to be different kind of houses. Over here, a house like mine 10 years ago, you're talking 300K, 350. Now, house like mine costs to build just under 300. That's a cost to build it, plus the land. So you can't find it for less than 450, 500. I mean, they're selling old raised ranches, old that needs work for 480, 490, just under 500 grand. You can't, like my very first house, I paid $125,000. I mean, yes, it was a tiny house, but nowadays, good luck. You can't even find that. I don't think you can find a house for less than 300, and I'm talking tiny house that needs work. Holy crap! 1,400 square foot. New construction, 1 acre, 800 grand. Jesus Christ! I have a 2,800 square foot house with a 2-car garage, bonus room, unfinished bonus room above the garage. That's another 500 square feet. 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, full basement on 2 acres, nice and private. Only downside is you got a shared driveway for $699, and I had 2 showings in freaking 3 months. Damn, maybe I should move to Idaho, build houses over there.
Yeah, especially if you don't like snow, you need to move there.
No, I'm going to Tennessee.
Alan, You went to high school in the United States, in the American, you grew up going to school here. Did you ever have this thing called a fall break?
Not that I can recall, but then again, I just took my breaks whenever I wanted them.
Well, when you was allowed to skip school without getting absent days and all that.
Oh,
Even back home, we never saw all these freaking breaks that you guys have. Like, what in the hell? It's crazy.
I mean, we've got to take a break in the for hunting season, but we had to bring in the note from the parents, our hunting license, and our deer tag. And we got the week excused off.
No, we didn't get that in Czechoslovakia. We had a spring break, we had a winter break, and that was about it. And the school, actually, the way the school is over here is kind of weird. Our school started on September 1st, ended on June 31st, unless one of those days came up on the weekend. So let's say September 1st was on Friday, you go to school on Friday, and you got weekend, and then you go to school after that. And if June 31st was on Monday, and you spend your weekend and you had to go to school on Monday.
Why don't they just have all the kids go to school all year round, have the classes from noon till 4 all year round? Everybody's happy. The kid gets to sleep in. He goes to school. He only spends half the day, 4 hours there, unless they're there in sports.
Well, in Southern California, that's how they ran continuation schools. It was essentially year round, but you only attended classes for 4 hours a day. So they would have one group of kids that were the morning kids, one group of kids that were the afternoon kids. And so they would actually end up not needing double the amount of teachers.
Around here, homeschooling is just taking off like a rocket. You got people that's doing it just strictly in-home homeschooling, but you also have some of the churches and stuff that are doing partnerships and getting together and just boom, doing the homeschooling through them. It's people are yanking their kids out right and left very fast out of the school systems.
I tell you what, if my daughter wouldn't be a senior in high school, and we kind of live in a fairly conservative town, and the schools they're trying to stay like neutral out of all this bullshit going on, but kids obviously bring it in and parents bring it in. So yes, we do have transgenders now and all that bullshit. But thankfully this is our last year. I might consider that too. I mean, in all the honesty, having the kids right now and dealing with the bullshit in the school, I do not envy parents right now. They have a tough job.
Well, when schools start normalizing certain things, it's time to pull them out.
People are still messed up. I'm telling you. I was driving from Massachusetts today, and as I'm driving, because it's like a side road, so it's all 40, 45 at most. I see a lady in the distance coming out of her house, putting a letter in the mailbox and going back to her house in the fucking mask. I kid you not. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, there's a lot of crazy shit still going on. People are conditioned, man. Conditioned little sheep.
I mean, I don't care. Wear your mask in your house if it makes you feel better. Just don't make me do it.
Hey, Scotsman, I apologize for helping contributing to you getting another channel strike this week.
I don't care. Fuck them. Screw
I'm so tired of YouTube.
Fucking screw them.
You asked me what I've been doing or what up. It's like I have just been out living life. And this last week I was sicker than a dog, and then Tracy got sick. we finally got over all this stuff pretty good today. But we just doing stuff outside.
Yep. Yep. CB got one that was unlisted. Yep. It happens, man. They hit me for a 5-year-old video last year or earlier this year. They hit me for like a 5-year-old video. They're like, what the fuck? Okay, whatever.
Well, Bravo Company, Jamie posting out there about Bravo Company. Anybody know anything at all about Bravo Company? Think I've heard the name before.
I think Alan's got one or two things from them.
Yeah, a piece here and a piece there. Yeah.
Yeah. You'll be all right. You'll be happy with the charge and handle, man. They're decent quality.
Now, I actually helped a high schooler this past week with just this one little paper that he had to write, and it was a paper based on the biasness of media, and it was to write a paragraph about 2 different articles, a paragraph about each article, and then they had this graph on the base of it. Well, one article was from Fox, the other article was from CNN, and it was based in the time frame of when Kavanaugh got brought into the courts, and all that. Well, clearly there was very, very major leanings from one side to the next, and they were using the terminology of conservative versus liberal. And then the graph down in the bottom of this thing was broke up into most popular medias, where it had a 0 mark, but for the right, it had like way off in the distance was where the first media started. And then it had like extremism when it came to like Rush Limbaugh and a bunch of other medias that they coupled like way on the extreme side of this graph. And CNN and Washington Post and a bunch of other these things on the left, but 0 was not the middle of the graph. 0 was already pushed to the left. So the right looked so much more extreme than the left, but the left side had 27 different news medias portrayed in it, where the right had 7. And even this high schooler was like, how is this even at all? And I'm like, it's not. And by the time we were done with that 3-paragraph paper that he needed to write, he had a by far more understanding of how the media is twists things, and how the school is pushing all the kids towards a leftist agenda. Because he was just like, there's no fairness in this. And some of the questions that they wanted answers to in this form was basically asking the kid, are you conservative or are you liberal? Where do you get your news media? And I'm like, you don't need to tell any instructor that. That is your personal private business. You don't need to tell any instructor that you're conservative. If you're Republican, you're Democrat, you're liberal, you don't have to tell them any of that shit. And yeah, I was pretty damn appalled by just this one little piece of homework that this kid had to do. I was like, wow, they are pushing it so hard in schools. It's ridiculous.
Yep.
Yeah, it's getting absolutely crazy out there, but that's what they're trying to do, man. They're pushing the agenda as early as possible.
Well, that's like when you take your kids in to see the doctor, the pediatrician, and during your intake, they hand them the survey of do they feel safe at home? Does your parents have guns? And yeah, my daughter looked at me and it's like she was only like 5 years old. She looked at me and go, I said, you don't have to tell them nothing. That's all perfect. If you feel safe at home, you're safe. And just shut up after that. If you don't feel safe at home, you tell me, you tell your mom.
Well, I have a shooting buddy that is my age, and a couple of years ago he got drunk right after having another kid. So his kid is like 5 years old in a preschool, and it turns over to teacher, and he asked her, "Are you American or are you Democrat?" So I guess it all depends how you raise your kids.
Mm-hmm. Well, hey, to get back to gun stuff,
Shameful that we got this whole country divide. Like automatically, oh, Democrat, you're not American. You hate this country and all that. I mean, I have a customers, and I got this older couple I deal with, and he's about same age my father was, and he's like an old school Democrat. So you can sit down, you can have a conversation with him. He'll like there's no shouting, no screaming. We can talk. I'll say my pro Trump stuff. He'll say whatever, but we talk like we agree to disagree. His wife, a raging liberal, is like, forget it. It's my way or the highway. It's like, don't even talk about it. I'm like, all right. So and it's kind of shameful because we automatically look at the Democrats. Oh, they hate guns. They hate this. They hate that. Not necessarily true. Even this guy, Vietnam vet, 75 years old, and never really owned a gun in his life other than whatever he had when he was in Vietnam. And now he's at the age and all the shit going on in the world. He turns over to me and he goes, "Val, let me ask you a question. No, Remington or Mossberg?" So, by the way, I told him Mossberg.
not Beretta.
Nah.
Start them out right. Scotsman, have you ever found any full Kydex holsters for your PO1 lately?
Any full Kydex holsters? Yeah. I got a couple different holsters for it.
Well, not just leather.
No,
Zero leather.
I got a couple Kydex.
You've been holding out.
Oh.
What company?
The one you've seen before. I bought that on Amazon a while back. Hell, I don't remember now. It's just I don't even remember the name of the company. I'd have to look it up. It's a $20 holster, but it works good.
Look, it's a U.S. company. Look them up. Just poke around on it. And yes, they charge American prices.
They charge American prices.
Yeah, not the Chinese prices.
And I have another one that Craft Holster sent to me. Not a leather one, as a Kydex one. I'll be doing a review on that here soon. And for the most part, it's not bad. There's a couple of things that it's missing, so we'll get a video on that here soon and let people know. But
yeah, and Aussie, yes, leather holsters rule, but I'm running night sights on that, so when I'm drawing it out, that front sight drags, and blocks the tritium. So it kind of like defeats the purpose of putting a lot of money out for tritium night sights.
But I have another one that I'm looking at. Not a cheap holster by any means, but I got another one I'm looking at, so we'll see. I'm probably gonna end up picking one of those up, but it's a little bit different type of holster for me, but we'll see.
You talking holsters for what? For competition, concealed carry?
Carry holsters.
Carry holsters are competition.
I already have a competition holster for it.
No, they're not. Carry holsters, to carry gun is one thing. The competition, it's you gaming whatever you can, so it's a different story. You know, carry holsters gotta be comfortable for you to actually carry the gun. If the carry holster is uncomfortable, then you're gonna leave it in the truck, you're gonna leave it at home, you're gonna leave it whatever because it's not comfortable. Especially now in this stupid state where you better be sure it's concealed.
Ozzy, I obviously don't have one of his holsters. Ozzy makes holsters?
I've heard he does. I don't have one either.
Yeah. Is it leather or Kydex, Ozzy?
He's a leather guy, I'm sure.
He's a leather guy?
I'm
Yep.
sorry, Kydex for me 100%. It doesn't wear out, doesn't bend, doesn't absorb sweat.
I mean, that's what I've been running for the last year. With a screw that you can adjust it till it locks in. But that stupid front sight just drags off and gets leather all built up in it.
So it's not a lined holster then?
No.
You know, Daniel Safariland makes the GLS carry holsters. You should look into that.
I was just like, I went through here and they just had so many different selections. You put in what gun you got, and then it's like, okay, pick out the color or the pattern and all that their stuff. Are you carrying a light? If you are, here's all the list, a big old list of lights that they make it for, and boom, they just make it to order.
Don't overthink it, but I love the GLS holsters because they're retention holsters. Yet it's not like a hooded holster or Serpa holster where you got to stick your finger somewhere. You know, it doesn't really affect the draw. Yeah, the Safariland GLS holsters are not that expensive. You're talking $60-$70 for a Kydex holsters with a retention and the beauty of it, the same holster will accept multiple guns. I took a GLS holster I had for my grandpa, modified, cut it out so I can put my bull armory with the optic on it. And believe it or not, same holster will accept the alien as well. So it's just the way it locks in on that. It's pretty nice for the money. I think it's worth it, especially if you got like me, you like to shoot competition with the different guns. Then you don't have to switch around holsters so much. But nice thing is they make the same holsters for the concealed carry, so they shape a little differently and whatnot, but you still get the same retention. And nice thing about retention is you don't have to adjust your grip or nothing. As soon as you grip the gun, your FU finger will just push against the release lever, and you're drawing the gun.
Yeah, because when it comes to holsters, I don't look at what I'm spending. I get them, and if it's a good quality, so I got one coming from these guys, and I'll run the crap out of it. And about 6 months later, it'll be thumbs up or thumbs down. I'm just trying to talk Scotsman into buying one too.
I got a freaking drawer full of holsters. And with the holsters, it's like with the guns. You get what you pay for.
Yeah, and you know, you're gonna go through a lot of different holsters, figuring out what you like, what you don't like. You know, I've got a freaking cupboard full of holsters, but you figure out what you like, what you don't like.
I just hope I'm not disappointed on this because I went and bought a Streamlight to put on my PO1. Just because I'm getting a holster that I can carry a light with.
I'll send you a link to another one you can look at.
What holster are you getting, Daniel?
It's from A&R Designs for the PO1.
Never heard of.
What? Yeah, just look them up and look around the site. All the different options you get. And they got videos and stuff like that.
I don't need any more holsters. I'm good. I really like Works holsters because they put up a lot of videos. They test a lot of lights, and you know they kind of have the whole science behind their stuff. They're not overly super expensive. But nowadays, you throw rag, you find a decent holster company. There's so many of them out there. The QVO Tactical, they're pretty nice as well. I'm pretty happy with theirs. But to be honest, the Works holster is what's in my truck with my gun. Obviously, Harry, he makes a great holsters. Unfortunately, he doesn't make anything for the light bearing guns. He needs to fix that. Nowadays, more and more people want to have a light on their gun. And that's, it's sort of the whole tactical thing going on, but kind of makes sense, If you can have a light on your gun, why not? Just like why bother with a iron sights when you can have a red dot?
I think Jamie out there is looking at maybe buying a CZ.
I'd either go with a 75 or a PO1 if you're not looking to spend a ton of money.
Wow, why not PO7?
Because he wants steel. I'm sure he doesn't want freaking polymer. He wants a steel gun.
It all depends what he wants it for. For a concealed carry, I'll take a PO7 over PO1 any day. I mean, I tested the crap out of my PO7 duty. If nothing stops that gun.
Is that a hammer or is it a striker?
Hammer.
That's a hammer? Plastic or steel?
It's polymer.
With polymer.
Yeah, I had the PO9 for the longest time. I didn't have any problems with it. I liked it for the most part, but I didn't like it wasn't steel. So,
yeah, I still have had a single stoppage with my Urban Gray PO7. Not a single stoppage. The thing has eaten everything that I've ever fed it. It has been solid, tried and true.
Yep.
Yep.
One of the videos I have on YouTube when I torture test the PO7 and torture test is like I torture test like holy mother of God. I put the thing through sand and that thing. I mean, I was dragging the magazine out of the mag well. That's how gritty it was, and the thing just kept on running. As a matter of fact, it's one of my HD guns. Got a light on it. It's in undisclosed location.
yeah, so he prefers steel, like I figured he would. So, 75 or a PO1 Omega.
Get a PO1 or a PO1 Omega, either one. But just with the PO1, Cajun Gun Works has a lot more options you can do with it.
Better yet, Jamie, get a Grand Power K100 and you thank me later.
No, well, I mean, I know Jamie's got a 75 BD.
He does.
Yeah, the PO1's in a $600, $650 range.
Yeah, it also too depends upon, what you want to use it for and how much you're willing to spend.
Yeah.
Because I'm absolutely and entirely in love with my Shadow 2. I can't say good enough things about that thing. The only thing that I would possibly even think about trading it for would be a TSO. But yeah, I would probably end up just selling a kidney and keeping the Shadow 2 to get the TSO.
Alan, this one shoots better than the Shadow 2 and the TSO.
Well, maybe in your little tiny fucking hands.
No, that's got the big old grips. So we have the gratuitous rod shot. Is that a gun in your pocket, Val?
No,
Yep.
that's an inner tube underneath a shirt.
Happy now?
You see, now you can see the gun better.
What's that funky thing on top of it?
Oh, this?
Yeah, that.
Where's the iron sights?
Oh, ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody uses iron sights anymore. Come on, it's 21st century. Come on, wake up.
Oh, whatever.
Oh, the best shots are old cowboy action shooters. 0.3 and a quarter draw, hit the target.
First of all, they're not hitting the target. Okay, they're shooting blanks.
No, they're not. Wax bullets.
Oh, wax bullets, whatever.
It's solid wax, and it hits. It stops the timer when the bullet hits the target.
Yeah, there's no recoil. If you actually do research on it, how much gaming goes into that thing. Again, it's a sport. It's a game. I mean, they tricked out the holsters. It's like whatever.
Okay. All right. Just pulling out of whether you got Kydex or leather holster is your carry gun. Pulling it out 10 yards, shoot your target. It's 6 inches by 11 inches. And boom, how fast can you be right on your target consistently, time and time again?
Not as fast as a freaking cowboy action out of his holster.
No, that's crazy. I know, but how fast can you get it?
I have no idea.
You never tried it?
I honestly, I don't care, because all that shit goes out the window in the real gunfight. There's so many more factors involved. So if you're actually in a confrontation where you have to draw a gun, there's more to just drawing and hitting the target. You gotta move. You gotta. That's like that shit doesn't mean nothing. It's just the Instagram, fame, whatever, TikTok bullshit that they draw all these tactical guys because they lift their shirt, show their abs, and draw in a 0.125 seconds and hit the target. In reality, that doesn't mean a damn thing, because the distance could be different. There's so many more, things that can change. That doesn't mean a damn thing. So
you got to be all around.
Practice that, because it doesn't matter.
That's just one aspect of. I mean, as far as time, that's just one aspect. Accuracy is the second. I mean, all around, because you don't know if it's going to be one adversary or multiple targets.
Okay, so let's say you can draw and fire a shot. What's your best time? 1 second? 0.9?
1.96.
Okay, so all right, let's
No,
say,
I mean 0.96. I'm sorry.
All right, you can do it. Let's say you can do it in 0.96, but that's you standing there waiting, anticipating, and whatnot. So if the other guy can do it in 0.8, you're fucked.
It's
right?
the person. It's usually the person who gets it out of the holster first and coming up, if they are a skilled shooter.
That's what I'm saying. So
not everybody
if the other guy gets it done in a 0.1 second faster, you're screwed.
Well, if he's a skilled shooter, you're screwed anyways. But if he's like most gangbangers that just go out there and spray and pray.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why this.
All right. We're gonna get off of here. I gotta go to work. So, Val, what you got going on, buddy?
I got nothing.
All right, perfect, great having you. Daniel, what you got, buddy?
I already did it. I just started hating discontent. Thank you very much for having me on, even though late as I am. Hey, Val, it's been fun poking the bear, that Russian bear. And Alan, keep it real, man. Keep paying them tax dollars.
It's good seeing everyone out there. It's good to be back this week. A little bit of a slower chat here and there and all that, but that happens sometimes. And appreciate everyone out there. And with that being said, I'm going to throw it over to Alan to take us out right.
Oh man, yeah. I was exhausted this week. Probably be exhausted next week, but I think there's going to be a little bit of mix-up happening next week. I could be wrong. I have been twice before. No, wait, once I was only mistaken. Anyhow, nevertheless, there's an old adage that I wish to leave the massive viewers with this evening, and that is to keep your magazines loaded and one in the chamber. Woo!